have kids, so I probably don't think the same way as a lot of people. A lot of people want society formed in the best interest for the kids. I'm an adult. I grew up waiting my whole life to be an adult, and now I'm in the adult world. That's the world that I live in. I don't think kids should be smoking pot, drinking beer, fucking each other, and really I think they should pull their pants up. I don't think they should sag either. So.
Actually out here in Oregon, they're expecting that it's going to be legal to buy out of alcohol and liquor stores as of 2010.
Well, as far as I can tell, that's never been the plan. It would be sold at a separate establishment, separate from alcohol or tobacco, in a marijuana dispensary like we have here in California. I may be wrong about that. I do have friends that grow in Oregon, and I keep in touch with them, and they are definitely one of our legal states medicinally. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you're trying to legalize prostitution, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they are. They're actually trying just to regulate it. We actually have other callers on the line too.
Yeah, and but so anyway, that's the thing, is that too often marijuana gets linked in, with alcohol and cigarettes as another vice. We don't need another vice for people to go and get fucked up on. It's really not comparable. It should be in its own classification. It's been misclassified since the beginning. So unless somebody goes out of their way to learn, like I have, unfortunately their education comes from lies and misinformation.
Mm-hmm. Caller from the 601, you're on.
Hey, what's up, man?
601 Mississippi or Louisiana?
No, it's Mississippi, man.
What's going on? MISSISSIPPI.
That's right, man.
What are you growing down there?
The best.
Nothing good.
Whatever, man. You should try it sometime. Oh, Rob, I'm an independent contractor, too. I do the 1099s, and I pay like $700 to $800 a month for my insurance because I am a smoker. Does your insurance go up, taking the kind of medicines that you take?
Wow, you just, let me share this with you. First off, most papers you fill out, even if you're talking to a surgery doctor, they specifically, when it comes to that question, they ask, do you smoke tobacco? They don't even want to know if you smoke marijuana, and I often will volunteer that information, and you know what they say? Oh, well, that's fine. It doesn't matter if it's for your insurance, if it's for a new doctor, if it's right before you go into surgery, and they're writing down, like stuff that you take. When it comes to marijuana, even the doctors, they don't want to put it down. They don't even have a classification for it, but they ask you if you smoke cigarettes, because cigarettes destroy your lungs and have proven to cause cancers of the tongue, the gums, the throat, fucking everything all the way down in your body. Let me bring this up. This is something I haven't shared publicly, but it has been a huge pain in my ass. This movie that I just did, Wrong Side of Town, which you can see at movieset.com. You can see some clips of it. Doing the action movie thing now. I just did my first action movie starring Rob Van Dam. Had a blast. I've got several more lined up for later this year, and I'm really stoked about it. However, a couple of days before we started filming, they said that I needed to go and get a physical. Okay, no problem. I'm a pro athlete. I get physicals all the time. I thought they would take my heart rate, my blood pressure. It was an extensive physical from a studio doctor they sat me to, where they took my blood and my urine, and because they found medicine in that, a red flag went up, and the insurance company wanted a $58,000 premium. And I was pissed. I was livid. I'm like, what are you talking about? I have a doctor's note right here. It's not like I'm out, like a junkie or something. It's just medicine. And they said, well, but, in a formal investigation, will hold the project up for 2 weeks. We can't do that. We got this and that. So basically, it's a shakedown. I said, you got all the actors that come in. Well, I was an essential element, which means that me and Batista are written in as part of the deal. Lionsgate bought the movie distribution rights based on our names being in it, playing the characters that the script says we're going to play. That makes us essential elements. The other movies where the actors are essential elements, they're written in, apparently when they have high-budget projects, the production company just pays that insurance premium, and it's like a shakedown. It's like the insurance company is like still run by the mobs, and they say, oh, hey, boom, we want extra money because of this. And even though it's a legitimate practice, I said, look, all actors, almost all people, have some kind of medicine in them, whether it's to make their dick hard or whether it's to thin their blood or whatever, everybody. And I had to call SAG because I felt like I was getting ripped off by the production company, which, by the way, that $58,000 got negotiated down quite a bit, but I still had to pay a lot of money out of my pocket. $9,000 I had to pay out of my pocket to move forward with this. That's how it ended up being, and they said it's a shakedown. The insurance company said, SAG said yes, the insurance company has the right to do that, any kind of medicine. There's not a list of controlled substances or banned substances. Anything that shows up in your body, boom, they can put up a red flag, especially if you're doing something high risk like an action movie. So they get paid for it. It's a big scam between the bank, the bonds company, their insurance, and your pockets.
Wow.
Yeah, I was very, very livid about that, and I wore a frown on my face for quite a bit. Talking to SAG made me feel better because I understood that at least there was the standard, and I wasn't just getting fucked.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There you go.
Well, Corey, do we have anybody else on the line, or can we just let Rob Van Dam be Rob Van Dam?
I think we have one other caller from the 715, and that's it.
715, where's that from?
715 is actually the middle of Wisconsin. If I can get this switchboard to let him on. Give me 1 second. But I'm going to try and get him on, so go ahead.
Come on.
715, you're on.
All right. Hey, I actually wanted to bring up a point, Rob, that I don't think you brought up yet, but I'm pretty sure you know it, is that one of our greatest leaders was a pothead at Drew Wheat in George Washington.
Absolutely.
Yep, we do know that. We do know that, and the Declaration of Independence was written on hemp. Back in the day, hemp was used for everything. It's an incredible resource that nothing compares to. Check out The Emperor Wears No Clothes, and you'll see the facts about George Washington growing it. You'll see the facts about a time when the government asked people, farmers, to grow it to help out hemp. What's it called? Hemp for Victory is the name of a video that the government put out encouraging farmers to grow hemp during the war because we needed the material. Jack Herer made these claims, and everybody said he was lying, and he personally had to go through the libraries in Washington, and after many, many times trying to find it, they finally found the video. It was this huge case where he proved it. They said that doesn't exist, you're full of shit, that video didn't come from the government, and he proved it. He found the video, and they played it, and everyone was like, well, I'll be damned. The government put out a video called Hemp for Victory, encouraging farmers to grow hemp. And then they, of course, policy changes. Now you can't grow it any longer unless you have this tax stamp from the government, and then it's okay to grow it. But guess what? In order to get the tax stamp, you had to show them some hemp to prove that you were a farmer. So in essence, you're breaking the law already by going to get it. So it was like a loophole, and that's actually how they outlawed it. It was based on a formula that they had recently done with machine guns, the Stamp Act.
Well,